that when it's not easy, when you have children coming into a relationship that, we didn't have at the time, we didn't have children together. So he brought children into the relationship, but children come from other means. These were not my children. I had to tiptoe around them because I was always on the side of, you don't understand. You don't understand because a lot of times, even though you have parents and these are your children and you want your children to get along with your spouse, you want your children to build a relationship with your spouse, there are things that children do, and they do it in a way that they know that you're not going to see it. And then if something is said or something is done, then the other individual is wrong. So we have to look at that. What in the world?
Actually, what it is, when you get together, you take vows. And
Uh-huh.
if you don't take those vows seriously, or actually think about the vows that you took,
Mm.
they say count the cost. And when you become one, it's supposed to be that one. But like you said earlier, you have to grow to that because if
Grow.
this is something that you never been in before,
Yes.
then you got a problem, because here's the thing: past life,
Mm-hmm.
and life be life in.
All
Say,
the
for
time.
instance, like me, I used to have a good time. Club, party, have a great time. So it was nothing for me to come home 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Then you get a wife, and no babies in there. We good. Look, I was chilling. What your lip out here for? Everything you need is right here. But then you got to think, you're no longer by yourself. We're one. All right. Then it comes down to your kids. Then you have to really find out what time it is for where, because you know what? That's where that stigma comes in. These are my children. These mine. We together, so we belong to each other. And I want this to happen, but you have to realize we became one, and these other ones gonna have to get down with these ones in order to make it work. And you just got to put your foot down. It's just that simple, but it takes time
Mm-hmm.
because you don't, you really don't get it at first. Until
Right.
you don't get it till you get it, and
Right.
when you get it, you got it, and hopefully you still have the one that you wanted to be with from the get go
That
one.
part. Think about how many relationships and how many marriages broke up,
Hmm.
separated, or even got divorced because of lack of understanding, lack of communication. I saw that come up a little earlier from Travita. It takes work. It takes communication. And that's when you have to learn not to allow